"Doctor, he's not going to make it!" the nurse shouted, panic shaking every syllable in her voice. The monitor screamed in warning, that cold, merciless sound that always meant the same thing: death. Dr. Henry Vasquez, the best cardiologist in the city, exhaled deeply and said without emotion, "Declare the time of death." To him, it was another number, another lost cause in a world ruled by logic, not miracles. The nurse hesitated, eyes filled with sorrow. "Doctor, aren't you going to pray?" Henry raised an eyebrow, weary and cold. "Nurse, I believe in science, not superstition." The old man's body, Anthony Rivero, 72, was covered by a white sheet. Henry turned, washed his hands, and walked away, leaving Faith behind with the dead. But that night, the impossible happened. As the nurses completed the death report, the heart monitor suddenly beeped. Once, then again, then stronger. The sheet moved. A gasp of life echoed through the room. Anthony Rivero opened his eyes and whispered, "Where am I?" The nurses froze, faces pale, hands trembling. A man had come back from death. By morning, the whole hospital was whispering, the miracle of room 302. Dr. Vasquez stormed in, disbelief masked as control. "Mr. Rivero, do you have any idea what happened?" Anthony smiled faintly. "I was there, doctor." Henry folded his arms, unimpressed. "There? You mean some afterlife story?" "No," Anthony said gently. "I mean there, beyond what you measure." Henry sighed. "And who told you that?" Anthony's eyes filled with light. "A man, but not a man. He was made of light." Henry scoffed. "And did this light have a message for me?" Anthony nodded slowly. "Yes. Tell Henry that science is a tool, not a god." He said, "A heart doesn't beat only by electricity. It beats because it is loved." The room fell into a silence so heavy it almost wept. Anthony looked straight at him. He also said, "Stop blaming yourself for the heart you couldn't have saved 10 years ago." Henry's face went pale. His pulse quickened. That secret, that pain, no one else knew. 10 years ago, he had failed to save his wife. Her heart had stopped under his trembling hands, and with it, his faith had died too. How could you know that?" he whispered. Anthony smiled softly. "I don't, doctor, but he does." Days later, Anthony was discharged. Before leaving, he handed a small envelope to the nurse. "For Dr. Vasquez." Inside was a single line written in delicate handwriting. "Not every miracle is for the dying. Some are for those who forgot how to live." Henry stood frozen, staring at the words. Then, for the first time in 10 years, he walked into the hospital chapel. He sat in the last pew, looked toward heaven, and whispered, "Are you still there?" And in that stillness, for the first time in years, he felt an answer. Because sometimes the greatest miracle isn't a beating heart, it's a heart that learns to believe again. If you believe God still speaks in silence, comment "I believe" and share this message.